This is one of the most cherished bags in my collection. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a handbag review video. And so before I tell you what the bag is, this is the handbag that started it all. It's the first handbag that could be worn over your shoulder or on your shoulder. And it has broken many barriers, and it is still in very high demand today. And that is the Chanel Classic Flap. So without further ado, let's get to it. So I've had this bag for about 2 years now. I did buy it on the pre-loved market, and when I bought it or found the bag, it was rated like new. When I received the bag, I was so satisfied with it, so happy. It was like in mint condition. The corners were perfect. They still are perfect. There was no signs of wear at all, and it was just like almost like I had bought the bag new from boutique. So I couldn't be happier. Now I paid this bag significantly less than what the bag is going for today, even on the pre-loved market. I bought it during the first wave of the pandemic, kind of like when the world didn't know what was going on. So really surprisingly, there had been a little dip in the Chanel handbags, especially the classic flap in the jumbo size during that time. So I kind of just took advantage, and I couldn't be happier that I did that, seeing all the price increases today and how much this bag is going for even on the pre-loved market. So in the end, I did really save quite a lump of money purchasing this bag when I did on the pre-loved market. Now, nowadays, if you guys are considering buying the bag or debating if you want to buy the bag, the jumbo version is still available on the Chanel website, obviously, and it is posted for 9,500 USD. Now, on the pre-loved market, you can save about $1,000 buying it there. I will put some links down to some very cool Chanel Classic flaps I did find in very good condition and really well priced, so you can take a look in the description below. Now this one I have is a 22 series, which means it did come out around in 2016, 2017, so it is a fairly recent bag. It's not microchipped, obviously, but whatever. And when I was looking to buy the bag, I knew I wanted a Chanel Classic flap. I was just debating between the sizes. I was debating between medium or jumbo. Finally, I did decide to go for the jumbo just because it is bigger in size. It kind of has like a more casual, a little bit younger look compared to the medium. I do want to add a medium to my collection, and don't get me wrong, I love the medium, but at that time I was really looking for kind of a more casual look. So what I do love about this is that you can wear it casually, so with sneakers, jeans, sweatsuit, a trench coat, whatever, and it looks great. But you can also dress it up a bit on nights out on the town or whatever you name it. So it does have kind of like a dressy casual look. It can't really get as dressy as the medium flap. In my opinion, that one's dressier. Like I wouldn't bring this to a wedding just because it's not dressy enough. Whereas the medium, I could very well see myself bringing that one out to like a fancier event like a wedding. So the jumbo for my purposes does work with my lifestyle. And because it was my first Chanel Classic flap in my collection, I really played it safe and did go for this black color. Also, I had watched many reviews on this bag before buying it, and I was also torn between lambskin and caviar. I mean, I love the look of lambskin, but every video I watched was saying that it was delicate, it easily scratched, and just that the caviar was more durable. So I did end up going for caviar, and I'm so happy I did. Lambskin, I mean, I do love it, but it's not the end of the world for me. If I do get other Chanel Classic flaps in the future, I do kind of look for caviar, and they will most probably be in caviar leather. Like you guys probably already know, this bag can be worn 2 different ways. So you can kind of wear it crossbody. I will be honest with you though, the jumbo size is kind of harder. I don't know if it's because it's my frame. I kind of have a small frame that the jumbo crossbody just looks too big. Just the proportions are just off, so I don't really wear a crossbody. The medium is probably a better fit to be worn crossbody, but this isn't a medium versus jumbo comparison video, so we're not going to get into that. But it is one way to wear the bag. You can wear it crossbody. I have seen YouTubers show it worn crossbody, and it looks great on them. My favorite way to wear it, and in fact the only way I do wear the bag, is on my shoulders. So I kind of just double strap it like this and throw it over my shoulder. And I think that just looks perfect. Yes, it is big in size, but it kind of just blends in well and just looks great. So that's the way I wear my bag. Now let me give you guys a closer look of this bag. You will not be disappointed. So for the closer look, this is the front of the bag, like many of you already know. We have the CC turn lock in gold hardware and just the quilting on the front of the bag. And as you can see, the stitching of the quilting on the flap as well as the body of the bag are well aligned. So if you take this stitching, let's say, and go down, you can see it is aligned with the body of the bag. Now the size of the bag kind of are simple. They look like this. A lot of problems, or what I've heard, the signs of wear of the bag is that the flap tends to, over time, I guess because it is under your shoulder, under your arm, I guess it starts to get pointed a little bit. We don't have this problem with this flap just yet. Hopefully we'll never have that problem either. Or it starts slouching towards the front as well, the flap, but that's not the case with this bag. Now the back of the bag does have a pocket, and as you can see again, the stitching is all aligned, even though there's a piece of leather sewn onto the back for the pocket. The inside of the pocket is in burgundy or red leather. I'm gonna try to show that to you, even though it's not that easy. You can see a little bit here. And honestly, I don't really use the back of the bag. I guess you can slide your cell phone in if you want to, but I honestly don't really use it. The straps are one of my favorite parts of this bag. They are just so beautiful with the leather intertwined. And I love the noise. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me just try. The noise the leather makes. And you can just feel that it is heavier, on the heavier side for a bag in weight, and most of that weight is due to the chains, but they just feel so good when you do hold the bag or carry the bag. And the strap it's kind of one long strap intertwined in the bag through these golden hoops, like you can see here on both sides. And I'll show you what that looks like inside. But what's great and so fun about this bag is that you can kind of just slide the strap. It's easier when you're carrying the bag in your hand, but there you go. You can just slide it in or out like that, depending on how you want to carry the bag. Now let's just open the bag. So again, you open the CC turn lock. This is a double flap, I forgot to mention before. So the double flaps do age a little bit better. They are a little pricier just because there's two flaps of leather to the bag. And what that does, what this double flap or the second flap does, it kind of helps the bag maintain its structure. So that pointiness I was talking about that develops with use, you see that a lot less with the double flap bags, just because you do have that second flap to protect and make the structure more durable, more rigid. So this is the double flap. As you can see, or as you already have seen, there is kind of like a zipper to the bag. However, honestly, I will open to show you, but I don't know what the use of this zipper is. I've never used it, to be honest with you. And as you can see, the inside is in that burgundy leather as well, but it is a fairly small and thin pocket. So I don't know what you would use this for, but if you have any ideas, or if you do use that pocket for something, let me know. I'm all out of ideas. Now, as you can see, like I was talking to you before, like what I was talking to you about before, the the strap, it's one huge long strap that's kind of intertwined through these holes. So as you can see here, that's the strap I was talking about. So you can kind of pull it and kind of like play with it to adjust the bag, depending if you're wearing it crossbody or over your shoulder. That was really cool. The details on this bag are great. That is the flap of the bag. It does say Chanel Paris with the two little screws for the kind of like the other side of the CC logo. And what's also nice, so the double flap is not quilted, but what's also nice is that it does have a snap closure, although to be honest, I never really snap it shut. But the other end of the snap closure does also say Chanel Paris on it. So the details on this are great. Now, my all-time favorite part of this bag is the burgundy interior. So the second flap, yes, like I just mentioned, it is not quilted. The inside is all burgundy, and there is a CC logo stitched onto the back. As you can see, it says Chanel, made in Italy. And the inside looks like this. There are two pockets, and this little pocket here is to fit your lipstick in. So rumor has it that Coco built this, or made this like built-in slot on purpose just to be able to carry her lipstick. I don't really carry my lipstick or lip gloss in there, but I mean, it's such a cute addition. So I find the burgundy interior, it does add a lot to the bag. It kind of makes it a little bit more exciting. And you do kind of have a front slot or pocket. The inside is also in burgundy leather, which makes for just a really cute bag. Now, I will be honest with you, I do usually put a bag shaper in my classic flap, just because, not really to shape the bag, because it does kind of have a rigid structure to begin with, but it's more to protect the interior, especially with keys or pointier objects that can kind of scratch, or just spillage, or makeup, perfume, whatever, hand sanitizer. If ever it were to spill, I'd rather have that extra layer of protection with the bag shaper. So I do use it in this bag for protection purposes. And honestly, the bag is spacious enough to fit your essentials. So even with the bag shaper, I mean, it does kind of get a little bit smaller, but you still have more than enough space to fit all your essentials. I may be doing a what fits in your bag video for this. If you are interested, let me know down below. So that's the bag. If you want a closer look of the caviar, as you can see, it's all like pebbled, if you will. And what I do love about this bag, because it is caviar, the quilting, I think it's because it is caviar, the quilting, they are nice and puffy. With time, they might get kind of flatter like the vintage versions, but I think just because there is that like extra like texture because of the caviar, they will always kind of be a little bit or less deflated compared to the lambskin ones. So that's just really cool. And there you have it, the Chanel Classic Flap in the classic black color and gold hardware. So when you do think about it, the Chanel Classic Flap has come quite a long way. And as you can probably tell, I'm a huge fan of this bag. What are your thoughts on this iconic handbag? I'd really love to know. Are you a huge fan or not so much? Leave all your comments in the comment section below. I'm so interested to hear your thoughts and see what you guys think. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you are interested in adding the jumbo flap to your collection, I have left some pre-loved links down below in the description box, so take a look. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!